Residential Site Valuation and Cost Approach, page 78. Differences, adjustments must still be made, which usually rely on costing services. 3. In most appraisals, when using the comparative unit method, the appraiser will rely on cost services for the base or benchmark cost. As mentioned earlier, the appraiser matches the subject property with the most similar type of building and building features that can be found from the costing service. The categories are broken down by style, type, quality, etc. This will give the appraiser an all-inclusive estimated cost per square foot to build that type of structure with those features in a particular part of the country. The appraiser then makes any necessary adjustments for variations in materials used or for other items or features not reflected in the base cost using the multipliers supplied by the costing service. This particular technique of the comparative unit method is sometimes referred to as the square foot method. Example: an appraiser is figuring the cost of a 1,250 square foot one-story house in Chicago. Costing data for the Midwest region of the country in which Chicago is located shows total cost per square foot at $48.65. The cost per square foot can then be defined further by using a local multiplier for Chicago. If the multiplier for Chicago is 0.97, then the cost per square foot would be multiplied by the multiplier. $48.65 multiplied by 0.97 equals $47.19. So 1,250 square feet multiplied by $47.19 equals 58.987.50, the cost estimate. Remember, this is just a simple example. A cost manual was used for the subject's region, Midwest. Cost manuals may also contain regional multipliers and other adjustment factors that must be included in the cost calculation for a building. Whether the appraiser uses different books or multipliers, they are designed to equalize regional differences in construction costs. Multipliers can also serve as a time adjustment based on when the manual was published or adjust for other differences. Also, the example assumes the subject building is exactly like the one in the cost manual, so no adjustments were made. Appraisers must take into account differences between buildings described in the cost manual and the subject building. Materials used for the estimates are detailed specifically in the cost manual. Any differences must be accounted for by the appraiser. Other construction differences must also be accounted for, such as a warehouse with higher than normal ceilings might require using cubic feet as the unit instead of square feet, or some other adjustment factor. Accurate calculation of a subject's total area is an important skill. Quantity survey method. Using the quantity survey method, the appraiser counts the number of each type of part and material used to construct the subject building. The total cost for all components is added together with an appropriate amount for the labor to put everything together. builder's profit, cost of permits, etc. This method could be used for anything, but might be commonly used to estimate the cost of reproducing a specialized building. However, most appraisers are not equipped or competent to the level needed to develop the method. In most cases, that's the end of that. Extra note, FHA used to count everything. How many, I don't know what the hell that says. Something used must detail them. Itemization, I don't know.